BXB. It's in the game!
Videoball.
Sorry about that, I just wanted to spend some time enjoying that music. It takes me back, to say the least. This is a review of Videoball, made by, as you saw, Action Button, and put out by Iron Galaxy. There's not a lot more to say about it, so let's get straight into the video. Videoball is a very simplified 1v1, 2v2, 3v3 multiplayer sports game. It's highly configurable, but basically, you know, you drive around, you fly your arrow around the pitch, and the goal is to score as many goals of the ball as possible. Now, the mechanics are simple, you know, on the surface at least, but things quickly become quite complex. The basic aim of the game is, like I said, you're driving your arrow, but you're also shooting other arrows. There are 3 or more distinct stages to the arrows, and everything is done, all the movement is done on the left stick, and every single face button and trigger just does one thing, which is fire the arrow. Or if you hold things, it powers up the arrow, and then you can release it in different sort of strengths, and you can release it with different sort of tactics. It's hard to explain in a way. If you're watching the video, you can kind of grasp what's going on as best as possible. I'm the Ben Arrow, because that's my name, and I'm playing various different game types in this video, testing things out. And like I said, it's highly customizable, so you can choose how many balls are on the pitch at the same time. You can choose what kind of pitches with different obstacles and different types of goals. You can modify all kinds of things from the time limit and the scoring allocation. So depending on how you score a goal, you can score different amounts of points. You can of course change the time limit, change how many points win a game. In that respect, it reminds me, I think, sort of most obviously, in a weird way, to Rocket League, which is this kind of casual sports game that you find on the consoles. Videoball, I think, is actually harder than Rocket League. In many ways, there's more to grasp, and there's certainly a great deal of learning that can be done to really become proficient and expert at Videoball. It starts off as a crazy party game, but if you really want to get into it, there's a great deal of depth, and like I was talking about the power-ups, so for example, your normal shoot is a small arrow which doesn't do a lot of damage to the opponents, and you can still knock them about, but it sort of moves the balls in a minor way. Trust me though, it can still come in handy. Second level is a more powerful arrow which you can carry the ball along with it a little bit more, and you know, use to make more tactical shots and decisions. The third power up is like a power shot, which fires a gigantic arrow which hits the ball and makes the ball move at great speed and can ricochet all over the place if it hits another player or an obstacle, but it can also be a really effective way of scoring goals. And then the fourth power to sort of power up to your attack / shot mechanic is a defensive block you can place down. But all of these things are timing based. You have to learn how long to hold the button down before you release it to actually, you know, achieve the power-ups. And you know, so there is, like I said, a lot of depth to this, a lot of timing. The handling of the arrow takes a lot of getting used to, but everything feels very deliberate. Now, the first thing you notice when I was playing with my wife and some friends, the first thing they noticed was that the control of the arrow felt a bit swimmy, like it wasn't precise. But I told them that what you actually need to be doing, instead of like spending a lot of time still trying to line up a shot, you need to be moving, kinetic, timing your release of the triggers. Everything is timing based, positional. So yeah, there's a lot going on, but it's a fun experience. It's chaotic, it's crazy. It can be as simple as 1v1 with one ball with 5 minutes with 1 point to score, you know, like a penalty shootout almost. Or it can be as chaotic as 3v3 with loads of obstacles, with loads of balls and different kind of crazy modifiers going on. So there is a huge amount of variety to what you can do in Videoball, and I think they position themselves as the only sort of needed sports game. And as you saw, I just took a great shot then, I have to say, with the power-up shot, really scored a lovely goal, and you know, that's what we're talking about. It's all about the goals, it's very competitive, but it's also really crazy and intense, so it's actually quite a lot of fun to play. You know, it's not a high price point, it's not an expensive game, it's got a fun art style with fun music, lots of depth. You know, there's plenty to do here, so I'd be remiss in scoring this anything less than 4 out of 5 stars.
BXB. It's in the game.